Alright folks, so this is going to be a bit of a weird one today. I'm going to be reusing the Kurt Wagner Nightcrawler deck leadership, which I've highlighted previously. That was in my last video with against Master Mode, so I'm going to be using the exact same one again. But this time around I'm going off against the Sentinels. Now I've made a few changes to the Sentinels here. So the first changes you'll probably see Pursuit by the Past is coming in here too. And I've also decided to do something a bit weird here. So Zero Tolerance and Sentinels have already gone in. But I've also shuffled in two more modular decks, or modular sets, excuse me. The first being Genosha, which you can see the setting for here. And the second is Days of Future Past. Basically, this will probably dilute out a lot of the Sentinel stuff, which is, I don't know, it's hard not to do when you do add more. But I just want to see how we fare with it. So, let's have a look at the setup. So we've got, like I said, Sentinels 1, 2, Project Wideawake, Zero Tolerance, Standard 3, and the Sentinels alongside Future Past and Genosha. The setup, set aside each captive, or set each captive ally side, reveal the Operation Zero Tolerance and Mutants at the Mall side scheme. Those guys are here. So you got Operation Zero Tolerance already in play and Mutants at the Mall in play. And then this guy's response, or this reveal, he's bringing abduction protocols in. So we got quite a few things to thwart against here. Operation Zero Tolerance, after an enemy attacks and defeats an ally, place that ally face down under this scheme. So the kidnapping of mutants idea here. If there are X face down cards under this scheme, the players lose the game. X is 3 more, so 4 is kind of the counter we have here. This is an acceleration. When defeated, the first player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a Sentinel minion and reveals it. Flip this card and put Jubilee into play, discarding any other version of Jubilee from play. And then obviously this is the essentially saving the other mutants one. So Hinder 2 comes in with 4. The player who defeats this scheme takes one random set-aside captive ally and puts it into play under their control. So we do have a few things to mitigate with regard to threat here. And we don't want to be losing guys to blocks. So with that, I suppose we'll have a look and see what we have. Now, we're in a fairly solid position at this point, I think. I don't really want to change anything. I mean, we've got Kurt's cutlasses. That can go into play with the energy. That's good. We can use the power of leadership and Cyclops to effectively, or like we can, pay for him with that, and maybe the Port and Punch, and we can pull a Banff as well. So maybe that's the play. Get a few bits and pieces out. We are going to be losing Port and Punch, but we'll see how we go. So would it be worth dumping that in our mulligan or not? D3. I gain retaliate here. I don't gain piercing. That is problematic, but I suppose this is better for the retaliate. Anyway, let's move on. I'm going to stick with this opening hand. I'm not going to dump anything. And with this, I will use Kurt's action here to get a Banff, put that into play, and close and shuffle. I'm going to flip over to Nightcrawler's side. I'm going to use the energy to play for the cutlasses. I should also just check this here now. Set up the villain gains steady. Special, place 1 threat on the main scheme, and when revealed, discard each other setting environment to play. Good that I checked, that, because I would have gotten that. So he had steady. Good to know. Now, is it worth me punching through, trying to get rid of the tough? I'll flip this over as well. Punching through, trying to get rid of the tough, then bringing Cyclops in to do another 3 damage, or will I hold off on Cyclops until the next turn and go from there? I think maybe I will. I'm going to use the Banff anyway first to put that. I'm going to attach it to the Sentinel, and then I think I'll use these two to get that out shortly. So the first thing I'll do is I'll punch through the tough. Then I'll use a Genius to play the Port and Punch, which is deal 3 damage to an enemy, 1, 2, 3, and then deal 3 damage to each enemy with Banff attached. That'll do another 3, 1, 2, 3, and we'll get rid of those. Very little else I can do here. I'll hold on to these. I will get Cyclops on the next turn probably. This is problematic, but we'll see how we go. So, we'll go to the villain phase. Part 1. 2 goes onto this. 1 for normal and then 1 for the mutants at the mall. Then, this guy's going to attack me. I feel like bamfing out of play is probably the... Bamfing out of the way even is the most pertinent option. Especially looking at what's coming up for the next turn. And he's hitting for 2. I'm going to be discarding this to defend for 3 without exhausting. And deal this encounter card to yourself as a face down encounter. Oh, that's not good. So this is something I'm getting. He hits for 2. Nothing else occurs. We've defended for 3 essentially, so that's it. So we know what's coming. Bastion is coming into play initially. Toughness, villainous, victory 1. Next one. Police state. Genosha built its wealth by exploiting its mutant population. Hinder 1. When defeated, the player who defeated this scheme finds the escape mutant attachment and reveals it. Excellent. Okay, another side scheme. So, Bastion is incredibly problematic here. But maybe we can do some things. If I use these 2 guys... Well, let's go to the hero phase for turn 2. If I use these 2 guys to pay for this, he comes in. We could start punching through the Sentinel, or we could start taking things off here and going from there. But Bastion's going to hurt. Then I could effectively use You Got This. After you exhaust your hero, make a basic thwart or attack. Discard an ally you control, adding that ally's matching power to your hero's power for that use. So I could get Cyclops in. He'd do 3 damage. Then I could get... Oh! I forgot. After this guy should have got a retaliate. Yeah, from the thing. I'm going to add that retrospectively there. Now, Cyclops goes in. He's going to hit for 3. I could then hit for a further 1, 2. And I could do a You Got This, getting rid of Cyclops and adding another 2 to my attack. I don't know if his response... I assume his response would still be in play at that point. That stacks as far as I know. But let's see that. So let's run with this. I'm going to go 1, 2 to bring Cyclops into play. After Cyclops enters play, choose an enemy. I will choose the Sentinel. Until the end of the phase, increase the amount of damage that enemy takes from each attack by 1. So Cyclops will hit for 1, 2, 3. Then I will go Prehensile Tail to play You Got This. After you exhaust, so I'll exhaust to do an attack. Discard an ally you control, so it will be Cyclops in this case. And that ally's matching power to your hero's power for this use. And then ready your hero. Oh, nice. So I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Right. Hopefully that's right. And then that readies me up, doesn't it? Ready your hero. Excellent. Now, is it worth trying to get rid of some of these? We are going to be hurt this phase. Oh, what'll I do? Well, the only thing really, probably that one is the one to do. 1, 2. We'll do that. And I think we'll go to the next phase. So we're in the villain phase of turn 2. And now this is going to get 2 onto it. 1, 2 from this. After threat is placed here, if there is at least 5 on it, there is. The first player places the top card of their deck face down under Operation Zero Tolerance. So I'm going to put that there. And this goes under Operation Zero Tolerance. Which is fine. Right. Anything else I need to do? Then remove 5 threat. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's done. Now, he's going to attack me. And I'm tempted to defend in this instance. Yeah, I think I'll defend against this. I know there's another identical attack coming here, but I'll defend with this. So 2. And then after this activation, place 1 pursuit counter and pursued by the past. 1 goes on to this. So he hits for 2. I've defended for 3. No damage is done. That's okay. He then takes 1 from my retaliate, going into the next villain phase. Excellent. When he's revealed, we have to get another abduction protocol. So I'll pull that. And bearing in mind, Bastion now has to go because I may be inclined to forget that. So abduction, that comes into play. Close and shuffle. Maybe justice was the choice in this case. So now Bastion is going to hit me. He gets an attack for villainous. So he's hitting for 2. I have to take it undefended. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. Right now there's 2 tough on him. I don't know why that's the case. I must have made an error. So a second. That's gone. My retaliate pings off the tough. And with that then, let's get 2 encounter cards, which could very likely end us now. So let's see. First card. Sentinel, mark 6 comes into play. Quick strikes and hits me for 2. And then the next one is targeted for elimination, which attaches to my identity. While you are engaged with the Sentinel minion, you cannot change from hero form to alter ego. So I can't switch down. I need to exhaust my identity to discard this card. Right. So I have the impression that we are nearly done. Right. I could get Kid Omega into it. Well, before we do that, let's just hit the turn 3. So I could get Kid Omega in and do 1 damage to each enemy. So I think we'll do that. That kind of makes sense to me. Kid Omega comes in. Then I'll spend the lightning resource. Deal 1 damage to each enemy. Get rid of the tough. 1 to you and 1 to you. Now, I might then thwart for 2, getting rid of this. The player who defeats this scheme takes 1 random set aside captive ally and puts it into play. So this then goes to the victory pile. And we will grab 1 of the 4. I'll shuffle, draw 1. Who is it? It's Wolfsbane. Excellent. So she comes in, 1, 2, and gains piercing. Now, who is worth hitting in this case? We're quite caught here now. There's so little that I can do. Maybe the boss, hit the boss for 2. Alright, these guys are kind of just distractions. So maybe we could do something. I'll delete. I don't have anything else that I can do really. And I may have to sacrifice these guys to attacks. So that's not ideal. I'll delete that and we'll go to the next phase. So part 1, 2 goes on to this. And then he's going to attack me. I will defend against this. So the attack is 3 plus another 1 and then exhaust. I'm already exhausted. So he's hitting for 4. My defense is 4 with this. So that is fine. No damage is done and then I retaliate for 1. Okay. Now I'll take this guy's hit, knowing that it's going to be 1, 2 damage to me and another damage to him for retaliate. And then this guy, I may put Kid Omega in front of Bastion, knowing he's going to go under Operation Zero Tolerance. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That does eliminate him. And that goes to the encounter discard pile. And obviously he should go under this, as he's been defeated by an attack. And then that goes up by 1. Right? Now I have to get 2 encounter cards. And really now the question is, can I survive these? There's little else that I can do, but maybe now. The first thing, discard each status card from the villain. Give the villain a tough status, that's fine. And heal 5 damage. Now his total is 18, so he's only going to heal 3. That's okay. And then the next card is Bastion's Machinations. Bastion manipulates current events to bring about the future from which he came. Victory 1. When revealed, each player places the top 9 cards of their deck face down under here. So let's draw 9, or let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'll grab these and just put these under here. And we bring Bastion on top of that. With that, I believe we are into turn 4. how do I deal with this? Well, Wolfsbane is going to attack, use her piercing, and drop him by 2. I'm going to use Beast as a resource to do rapid teleportation and return a copy of Bamf from my discard pile to my hand. Alright, where is that? Should be here. There you are. Excellent. I'm then going to use To Me My X-Men to play a copy of Scout Ahead. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. You may discard a copy of Bamf from your hand to remove 3 threat from another scheme. So, I think maybe 3 from this guy is the option. 1, 2, 3. Player who defeated this scheme finds the escape mutant attachment and reveals it. Right, so I'll get rid of this. I've got to find escaped mutant. I think we're done, to be honest with you. I don't think I can weather much hits here now. So escaped mutant, here we go. That's going to be attached to me and shuffled. This is another obligation, I believe. So let me get rid of these. These are, oh, I still have another one to do. Attach to your identity each Genosha minion that's engaged with you that engages you gains quick strike, alter ego, resolve the special ability on the setting environment, discard. Okay, so that's that part done. Next, where am I going to take 3 from? I think maybe this guy. That pretty much is that part done. And now, do I have anything else that I can do? I could probably, oh yeah, get rid of that for the second use of Scout Ahead. I think really the only thing I can do is use Phoenix to pay for To Me My X-Men. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck, or search the top 5 cards. And we have nothing, so that's a whiff. Shuffle and then delete that. I think I'm done. It's pretty much game over at this point. So let's play it out, right? We're going into the villain phase. 2 goes on to this. He goes to attack me. Might be worth, yeah, I'll have to put Wolfsbane in front of that so I can weather the other guys maybe, but I know they're going to hit me. So this is 3. Plays 1 activation on pursuit. There we go. That's done. So 3 damage done there. You are now. Whoop. You go under this. And then put this up by 1. So that's the first attack done. Then this guy's going to hit me for 2. We know that much. So I'll take Bastion's one first. See if Bastion's the one that's going to eliminate me. He's hitting for 2 plus 3, 4. 4 does actually get us back, and we do hit him for 1 with retaliate. Oh, I'm wrong. Yeah, this would give him the +1, so that would be the 5, and that would put us over the edge. And that is the end of that. So that's a player defeat, guys. Maybe I've stacked this against me, but I just wanted to see how it would play out. I may try again later, but for now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. Talk to you next time. Bye bye.